Alright, I'm just gonna wait for a friend of mine, cause the only reason why I'm streaming this is because a friend of mine pretty much wanted to copy my build. So I'm just waiting for a message of his. I asked him if he wants to join the stream, and if not, he can just watch it later. Alright, he's gonna watch it later. I'm gonna get started then, since he's not online. Alright, Carney Fighter Tactician. Oh shit. Hold on, some people actually want to see it. Um, go to YouTube and type in this. Go to my channel to check the stream. Jesus, I wish I had a keyboard. Let's copy this message. Select all. Copy. Boom. Yeah, I'm just gonna send in a separate message. Profile. Okay, you won't be able to see a screen for now because I'm sending someone a message. Alright, so stats. I'm not gonna start doing full explanation now, but I'm just gonna scroll through my stats so you can get an idea about what to focus on. I should have more lifesteal though. I should have got more lifesteal. This really helps staying alive as a tank if you can actually heal yourself. Lifesteal severity way too freaking low. I messed this one up. I'll show it later in the boon list. Stamina and action point gain, both around 1k, that's perfect. Healing bonus, it's a bit too much, but it helps. It really helps. for lifesteal, for regeneration, for getting healed. AoE resist helps as well. By the way, with action point gain and stamina gain, you shouldn't want to go above 1200. Because it's got a diminishing effect. The higher it gets, the less effective it will become. Crit chance, way too fucking low, but hey, I'm a tank. Crit severity way too low, but hey, I'm a fucking tank. Resistance ignored. This is low. Why is it so low? Oh, that's why. Okay. 19.7k defense. But I'm fully unbuffed right now. I'm not even sure if I have my companion out. It will raise to like 24k when I'm buffed. Which is perfect because at 25k I'm at 80% damage resistance. And that's pretty much the maximum you can get. I mean, you can have it at 95% if you want. If you got like 31 or 32k defense. But it doesn't make sense. Because it will still count as 80%. That's fucked. Recharge speed increased is also important. Oh wait, this is I'm such an idiot. This is for armor penetration. It's actually alright. Damage resistance, this is from your defense. Ha. Alright. I don't know if it's you guys from the guild watching right now, but what's up guys? Alright, I'm gonna get this properly started. Okay, starting off, which race are you gonna choose? If you got a dragon race, you're gonna go with the dragon, because you can place those +2 stats to whichever one you like. So that's pretty good. And in hindsight, I would have had Dex on 16 instead of 17, and just one more point in Constitution. But oh well. Not gonna respec for that one single point. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. Right, power. Don't worry about it. Critical strike. Also, don't worry about it until later. You know, later you can get an insignia bonus on a mount, which procs whenever you crit. So that's what you could use it for. Also to get through dailies and such a bit faster. Armor pen. Also don't really focus on this. It's nice to have some in it. Again, to proceed through dailies faster. And this is pure PvE, by the way. I'm not gonna go for the PvP part in this video because I haven't got a clue. Recovery. Yeah, it's 6.9k, but I want it higher. I want it up to 10k at least. Action point gain, yeah, like I said before, it should be around 1k, just like stamina regen. Combat advantage bonus, it's more of a PvP thing. Control as well. Defense, well, I'm buffed right now, 19.7k. You're not gonna be able to get that if you're below 3k item level probably, because I almost do have all the boons and my gems are kinda high. So, but keep in mind you don't wanna go above 80% damage resistance in total when you're buffed, because even if you're 95%, it still will count as 80% maximum. So in a bit I'm gonna stand in between some enemies to show you guys what it does to my stats. Deflect, also something you don't really have to worry about. It's nice to have, but it's more of a PvP thing than a PvE thing. Regen's also nice to have, like 2 or 3k, just because it just improves your incoming healing. And incoming healing is affected by the healing abilities from your companion, by your own lifesteal, by your regeneration, so it's good. Lifesteal, I'm planning to get it up to at least 5k unbuffed. So I gotta put some work in that. Stamina gain 1000, incoming heal bonus, yeah, it's a bit too high, but I'm gonna have to ditch some of my artifacts soon and replace them for better ones anyway. AoE resist 1300, it's another reason why I should have gone with 1 point less dex. I would have had less in here as well. Movement doesn't really matter. Companion influence, I'm not sure how that helps. I did hear it does help if you get the stats that you get from your companion and you check your stats, it definitely improves it. Like, let's say you have 1000 bonus from your companion influence and you check your stats down, it's really making a big difference. But it's kind of hard to get companion influence, so that's the reason why I haven't gone for it, because I'm gonna have to sacrifice a lot of other things which I don't want to sacrifice. Alright, crit chance, crit severity doesn't matter, resistance ignored, that's from the armor penetration, so it's just to get through the dailies a bit quicker. Recharge speed increase, that's always good. An action point gain, that's what this build is all about. You're constantly gonna be spamming your daily power, which will also make you immune to damage for 3.5 seconds. Damage resistance, this is from the defense. Deflection chance, it's more PvP. Lifesteal chance right now with like 1500, it's only 7.7% chance, so that's why I want to bring it to 5k. It'll be at around 20%, I think, I'm not 100% sure. Stamina regen 20, yeah, it should at least be 25%. Because, I'll show you that right now. Normally I had this personal on because it consumes your stamina slower. It really helps out when you're tanking, you know, when you gotta have your shield up pretty much all the time, especially on bosses like Orcus. But instead I went for this one, which just makes me do more damage and take less damage. Just testing it out really. But if you don't have a lot of stamina regen, definitely go for shield talent. And the other one that's perfect for this build is steel defense. After activating a daily power, become immune to damage for 2 seconds. Hold on, I dropped my smoke and it rolled away. Yeah, it's got a mind of its own. Fuck, everything's falling. Alright. Cool, I'm not gonna go through the power rotations just yet. Just wanted to show those personals. I'm just gonna stand in between some enemies and show you what effect it has on my stats. Might as well tend to this one. Yeah, it's full. Never mind. Almost level up 2. Wow. Probably won't get a PowerPoint. But oh well. Enemies. Alright, so this companion that I got, it's working miracles for me. I do have rank 12 bonding, so yeah, that alone is very, very effective. And I got a twisted set, so below my health bar you see that head of a lion, you see the number go down and down. It's pretty much whenever I get hit, it takes a stack off, and the lower stacks I have, the better my stats will be. Now, let's check the stats again. The recovery is constantly raising. It's because of the perk, a boon that I've chosen. So we'll get my recharge speed increase up to 70%. Sometimes. Oh yeah, it depends on my stamina. Like if my stamina gets lower, my recovery gets higher. It's a pretty cool boon. My power is raised by about 5k, my armor pen almost 5k. My defense, that's... wow, why is it so ridiculously high? I don't get it. 36k? Oh, wait, I remember. That's because I switched some stuff around. But yeah, 24.5k, 24.6, 24.3. That's perfect right there because... check my damage resistance. 107.6. Well, that's bullshit. Doesn't count as 107.6% anyway. That's 35k, 24k, it should be, yeah, around 77, which is good. Yeah, the companion is sick. It's also working miracles for my lifesteal. I don't get it. I've changed one thing on my companion, and my lifesteal is suffering because of it. And it's pretty weird because I was running level 115 blue rings before with 311 lifesteal and 311 armor pen and just one socket. So I've got more lifesteal now because I got different rings on it since yesterday. But my lifesteal's gone down for some reason. Some miracles for my defense though, I don't get it. Like all of a sudden 35k, what? Oh well. Yeah, you can just stand there. Won't be harmed. I'll get knocked down occasionally, it'll drain my action points, but other than that nothing happens. 36.8k again, what the fuck? Oh well. I'm aiming to get lifesteal to 5k unbuffed and 10k plus buffed. So yeah, I'm still working on that. Lifesteal severity should be a lot higher. And I'm also working on that. And one way that I'm working on that is Green Shander. If you go to the merchant there, they have some really nice underclothes like trousers and a shirt. And the set bonus of that pretty much doubles the lifesteal severity, so that's gonna work miracles for this build. It's gonna be really good. Okay, yeah, that's it I suppose. Alright, let's go to the fleets. Okay, so you'll want everything in this first row. Why? Increase the effectiveness of your strength by 15% with 3 points in it, and that's ridiculously good since you're gonna be running mostly strength. More action points from guarding attacks. You're gonna have your shield up a lot of times being a tank, so this will get you action points even faster. This increases your maximum hit points by another 9%, also really good. This one is also really good, can't miss this one. Increase the effectiveness of armor class and defense by 5 on first, 10 on second and 15 on third. Right, weight guard and attack, your attacker briefly deals less damage. This is an optional, you know. If you want a bit more damage, you can also go for this one, for example. Or for this one, probably even better to get your crit chance up. So in hindsight, I think I would have chosen Weapons Mastery instead of this one. Alright, this one didn't really seem that effective by me. I mean, only 4% of your hit points over 10 seconds, and it can only happen once every 30 seconds when affected by control power, so screw that. This one's really useful since if you're tanking you want to be able to keep aggro, so 15% more threat, that's definitely gonna help. Yeah, I didn't go for this one since I don't want to spend on other people, and it's a low percentage again. This is more of a PvP thing. Yeah, this is damage thingy, which you can switch for this one. And this one is more of a PvP thingy as well, I think. Yeah, duration of your prone is increased by 0.3 seconds at 3 levels. Anyway, why am I going for Tactician? Well, I figured I'm gonna be a tank. I'm gonna take a lot of damage, draw a lot of aggro, so why not help yourself and the rest of the team with taking the damage? I mean, taking damage now builds action points for yourself and allies within 50 feet, I think it is. Yeah, it probably is feet. Anyway, and allies close to you will build action points because they take damage, and with a power that you're gonna be running called Night Feller, you're gonna be taking half their damage. So you continuously take damage, and for the damage you and your allies gain action points, and you gain a bonus to this value based on your damage resistance. Anvil of Doom. I'm not using it. It's probably also more of a PvP thing, since I do know it does massive damage, and stun is a big thing in PvP. Alright, Tide of Iron. It also reduces the amount of physical damage they deal to you by 10%. Tide of Iron, I haven't changed it from the get-go, I've just kept running with it, but what it does is smack your shield into a single foe, reduce their damage resistance to your attacks, so you're gonna be doing more damage on them, and they're gonna do less damage to you thanks to that perk. And also this skill, Tide of Iron, it also recovers your stamina, so it's pretty good. Alright, this one, Into the Fray, increases the damage dealt by group members by 5% on rank 5. And that's brilliant, because Into the Fray itself, that's a fucking perfect skill, man. And it increases damage, it increases movement speed. It's perfect. Alright, allies within 30 feet of you take 5% less damage. Why not? Since I'm gonna be running Knight's Valor, which makes me take damage of people around me, it's good to make sure they take a little less damage as well, because that makes sure in the end that you take less damage as well. You could have also gone for this one, allies within 30 feet of you gain action points faster, but I'd rather have them stay alive, and you as well. Plus, you're already gonna be building action points for him pretty fast with this Martial Mastery and the Knight's Valor combination, so you can forget about this one. Crescendo, it's also a PvP skill. Daunting Challenge. Marked targets now deal 10% less damage to your allies, but still full damage to you. Again, perfect. Less damage to your allies is less damage to yourself. And this one is brilliant. Encounter cooldowns reduced by 10% on rank 5. So, the less cooldowns you have, the more often you can just summon all your buffs. Because this is full tank, full support. Sure can do some damage, but you know you'll never be a DPS character with this build. If you want to make a DPS build for Guardian Fighter, you should have gone with Conqueror. Add some really nice things. Alright, so you're gonna have 15 points left over, and I highly advise to put them in this middle row because they're just really, really good. I mean, this one alone, while stamina is below 30% of your max, you take 10% less damage from all sources. It's really useful. gain 5 to AC. That's fucking brilliant right there. I don't care what kind of build you're running on this game, but if you don't have this one, gain 5 to AC, if you're not running this in your feed list 5 times, you can just get a respec token and start over again, because it makes that much of a difference. And this one, each ally within 20 feet of you gain increase your stamina regen by 10%. So let's say you're in a team with Demo. It doesn't work there because you're still it doesn't work like you get 10% extra stamina regen from 9 other players. No, you're still gonna be in a group of 5 people, so you're gonna get a maximum of 40% extra stamina regen if they're around. But still, really good. And this feat actually makes sure that you can later choose another personal class feature like this one. Alright, so that covers the feats. And again, I'll say it one more time, you can copy all of this straight down, but if you want a little bit more TPS, don't put 3 points in this one, just put them in this one for extra crit chance. Alright, powers. Well, Tide of Iron on L2 again, it's pretty good, I already explained it. As R2, I'm using Crushing Surge, and that's also pretty good since it actually heals you. And what's not to like, you know, you're barely gonna take damage, but if you take damage, at least you can heal yourself. And by itself, the skill doesn't do a whole lot of healing, but if you actually got a weapon with the bonus on it, where is it? Natural artifact powers, there we go. Income healing increased by 30% from third swing of Crushing Surge. So that's pretty damn sweet. Alright, so personals. Combat superiority, that's what I went with, just for a little bit more TPS. And also take a little bit less damage. Yeah, steel defense. This is your bread and butter. Since you're gonna be building action points really fast, you're gonna be using your daily really often. And every time you use your daily, boom, immune to damage for 3.5 seconds. And those 3.5 seconds, those give you the time to cast your Into the Fray, cast your Enforced Threat, or whatever you're using at that point. So that's too good to ignore. Alright, let's go for the dailies next. This one is the one that every Guardian fighter should run on Orcus, since the animation speed when you use the skill, it's really short, so it's quick to use, and you'll still be immune to damage for 3.5 seconds after using it because of the personal, and within that 3.5 seconds you can just hit enemies around you to heal yourself if you're low damage. If you're low health, I mean. Then, Villain's Menace. Usually I run this one on every situation. You just gotta to start this move up. It's pretty damn long. It's the longest of any other dailies this character has. But it's pretty good. It makes you immune to disabling effects, some knockback and all that crap. 20% extra damage resistance, damages foes around you, and you get increased damage. Alright, a forced threat. Why a forced threat? Well, mostly because you're marking the enemies around you, and that's brilliant, because if enemies are marked, they do take more damage. And it also recovers your stamina over 8 seconds. Because that's awesome. I can show you right now. I'll let my stamina get low. Alright, now I'm gonna use my skills. I have my shield up and still it's It's around the same level. I gotta say, it is diminishing really fast. I'll just show you the difference when you're using shield talent instead of combat superiority. Jesus, English. I didn't even need to take that. Oh well. Okay, so look at how slow it's going now. I know it says like 15%, but it looks as if it's going twice as fast when I'm not running this personal. Okay, so it's low. Let's use these babies. Shield up. There we go. It's a lot longer. So yeah, stamina gain. And you'll get even more when there's people around you, if you're in a team. I'm gonna go back to this one. I still gotta put an extra point in it. I really was just testing it, but I like it so far. Alright, we've had the at wheels, we've had the deities. I've explained this one. This first threat, by the way, you can switch it out later if you feel like you're building plenty of stamina. If you want to do more damage on 1 versus 1 targets, there's some other skills to do that. I'll show those in a bit. But first, mark your target. The challenge flow will have lower damage resistance. You build twice as much threat when striking them, so this is also a must. If you're doing bosses, you want to keep the threat, mark them, and keep them marked. And whoever you have most recently marked is considered your marked focus. Previously marked targets lose your focus, and if they damage you, mark will be removed from them. And guarded attacks will not remove your mark. So if you want to keep all those enemies around you marked, you can, but you just gotta guard pretty much all the time, avoid being hit. Nice challenge. This is another one of the skills that's gonna make 1 versus 1 a bit easier, because what it does, it challenges your target, locking them and you into one-on-one combat, and while challenged, you and your target deal double damage to each other and half damage to anyone else. So that's a good way to get a lot of extra damage. It also works in PvP, but then it says when used against other players you deal 50% more damage instead of double damage. Still 50%, so pretty sweet. The higher rank you have it, the longer the buff will last. And it will last about 10 seconds. But yeah, I only use this one if I want to do more damage. Into the fray. This is something that every Guardian fighter has gotta have. I mean, if you got a Guardian fighter and you're not running into the fray, that's it. Quit the game, play another game. Because how can you fucking miss a beautiful skill like this? It's sick. It increases your adventuring group run speed, action point generation, and damage. And in addition, all group members receive a small portion of my maximum hit points as temporary hit points. And it recovers your stamina 15% over 8 seconds. So that's ridiculously good. And thanks to the feat that I've chosen over here, they're gonna do another 5% extra damage as well while it's active. And with this character, you can just use Into the Fray. Like right now it has like 11 or 10 second cooldown. But when I'm in combat with enemies around me, with team members around me, usually I don't have to wait more than 6 seconds. Especially if there's a buff DC in the team, also reducing the cooldowns even further. And yeah, it lasts 8 seconds, so it's perfect. Yeah, 10.1 second cooldown. Anyways, what else to choose? Steel Blitz, I just chose that also to test later on. But I'd be surprised if it's good. I don't think it is. Yeah, Steel Defense, I've already shown you this one. It's perfect. Iron Warrior, that's a skill you can also run if you want to. But if you build this right, you don't really need to. Like, I don't know how much damage you expect to get, but if you're already at 24 or 25k defense, and you already got the 80% damage reduction, I don't think this is even gonna work on top of it. Anyway, you do generate more threat when it's active. You get 30% extra damage resistance, the extra temporary hit points. It's not really worth mentioning, because it's really low. This is also something I want to test out. Now, I'll show you right now what I use with standard, like how I really intended this build. Knight's Valor. That's sick. It's one of the most important skills in this build. Defend your group temporarily, intercepting half of all damage they would have taken, which builds threat based on portion how much we intercepted. So let's put it on right there. Alright, so this is how it was intended. You got into the fray for the movement speed here. Any extra damage? Oh, I just used enforced threat by accident. But this is what happens. Wait, I'll go. Yeah, there's a teammate right there. You see a difference on the looks of the enemies, on this guy as well. Boom, activated. Knight's Valor is active. And now people affected by Knight's Valor, they take 50% damage. And the other 50% damage that they're not taking anymore, I take that 50% damage instead. So that really works out. It helps out for the team. It's a massive freaking buff. It can be kind of hard to stay alive, because if like 3 players around me and myself, if we go down, if our health drops to, let's say, 10%, that's it, I'm dead. That's just too much damage. Just as the part where Orcus, where there's this orb in the middle and there's monsters like ads walking into it, and you gotta kill enough ads before the red meter is full, because if the red meter is full you get 80% damage of your total maximum hit points. So if you run Knight's Valor at the moment, you're also gonna get the 80% damage hit of the other 4 people in your team, and that's gonna cost you your life. So sometimes it's better to have off, but yeah, as long as you have it on, you take damage of people around you, and remember, whenever you take damage, you build action points. So that's awesome. And first threat, yeah, if you don't need the extra stamina, if you feel like you're going more on a 1 versus 1 combat, like let's say a boss, Night Challenge really works. And if there's really no one around you, you might as well put off Knight's Valor, since you're not going to be shielding damage of anyone. And also go for Commander Strike, because it has plenty of damage and the cooldown is low, especially when you're fully buffed. Or you can just go for Enforced Threat and Nice Challenge, so you have a good mix of 1 versus 1 damage and area damage and marking them at the same time. That's what I usually do, because Commander Strike, it's the best to use in a group, because as you can read, like, you strike your foe and command your allies to attack for the next 5 seconds. The next encounter attack each ally makes against the marked foe deals bonus damage. And the bonus damage from the encounter bar is fucking massive. It's really, really good. But you don't have any allies around you using their encounters when you're playing solo, so yeah, Command and Strike, it's good damage for 1 versus 1, but otherwise, just run a combination of Into the Fray, Knight's Challenge, and Enforced Threat. Alright, I pretty much explained this as well as I can with my broken fucking Dutch English. Yeah, that's it. If you want PvP advice, you're knocking on the wrong person's door here, because I really don't give a shit about PvP at this point. I mean, I do want to get an artifact called Bloodraven Skull or something like that. Since I do have quite an overkill of defense at the moment, I decided to get rid of these 3 artifacts, at least 2 of them, and I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna throw everything I can on lifesteal, incoming healing bonus, that's probably fine, but lifesteal and recovery. AoE resist, I might keep this one. You know, a bit of defense, hit points, AoE resist, it's not that bad. These 2, they gotta go. Alright, gear. I went for the Dusk Helmet. Oh. And why I went for the Dusk Helmet is purely because of the stats on it. Power, recovery, defense. And I got it reinforced just recently. Put some extra recovery on it. And another Dusk piece, because the reason why I'm still running Dusk is really because of that set bonus that you get. Whenever not in party, regenerate 2000 hit points every 3 seconds. And when you get a 2 set bonus when in a party, 5000 extra hit points, 1000 extra power, 1000 extra defense. So yeah, my stats could be even higher. And a 3 set bonus, that's garbage. The reason why I went for this one, I can't freaking remember. I really can't remember, because deflect is not something I really need. You know what, I'm just gonna go to my bank real fast. See if I got another Ward Gauntlet there. Then I might have switched for this one by accident. Oops. Oh yeah, the black bar that you get on the top left of the screen where my health bar is, that's me getting a message. And Sony not showing it. But it doesn't make sense, deflect on my dust gauntlets. I was thinking of maybe switching those gauntlets out anyway for Dragonflight later on, so not really that mad about it. Here, this is what I want for my gauntlets. Some more crit strike, man. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I'd lose the Dusk's 2 set bonus if I go for that. Yeah, fuck this first point shit. It's even worse. Anyway. Back to my gear. So yeah, this one, at this point I'd rather have that extra bit of crit instead of deflect. Okay, the weapons. Twisted set, of course. If you don't have the twisted set yet, if you started out and you're doing the elemental evil, you're gonna get the fire set first. No, it's not this set, it's actually the elemental set, which is not the same as this one. If you look at the set bonus from the first ones that you get as a reward from elemental evil, and this one, it's not the same. Like, I've got a drown set as well. I got these from farming modes, doing it the hard way. And the set bonus of this is, when you are struck, heal 50% of your maximum hit points over the next 30 seconds, and it may only occur once every 60 seconds. Well, let's say you get 120k health, so that's 60k health over 30 seconds. That's still only 2k health a second. That's not much at all. So, didn't seem really good to me. Also, at that point, I didn't really like the fact that they both had crit strike and deflection. But yeah, there's really nothing you can do about it with those weapons. I mean, as you can see, I also have the burning, and they also have crit strike and deflection. Even the twisted set has deflection on it. But this set bonus, like, that's what I advise everyone to do. Just farm the fire modes. If you want to go for this build, just go for this burning set first, because it's really useful. When using a daily power, there's a 25% chance your AP will be immediately restored. Oh, no, I'm saying it wrong. This is where I made a mistake in the beginning myself as well. There is a chance that 25% of your action points will be immediately restored. So only 25%, but it still helps. I mean, there's a companion which says if you use your daily, that you still have like 15% extra. There's a companion that also has, if you want to, you can even make this build using that AP companion, using that AP mount. I'm not sure, I'm sorry I can't help you out on that, but I'm not sure which mounts and companion those are. But it is possible to, like, if you use a daily, to start again with about 50% of your action points. So you only have to get half a bar of action points filled, which is gonna take no time. So at that point you'll probably be able to use your daily once every 4 seconds. No joke, not exaggerating. If you got plenty of people around you supporting Knight's Valor, it's not gonna be a problem. So yeah, the burning set. Otherwise, just save up for it, because you can also get the weapon choice back on the auction house, but will cost you at this moment about 300 or 400k. But I'd say it's worth it, because it's gonna take you some time to be able to run master demo, which is where you're gonna get your twisted set. And I'm still not 100% sure how I should feel about it. I mean, let's take a look. Paranoia, gain 160 defense when struck, loses stack when you strike an enemy. And that's the point, you're constantly striking enemies, so your stacks are gonna be pretty high, so you're most of the time only gonna have like 160 defense and 160 power. And Bloodlust gain 160 power when you strike an enemy, and lose a stack when you are struck. So I'm gonna have a lot more power from the build. One thing I did notice is I do get through dailies. Like all those missions, I get through there way quicker since I've had this twisted set, if I compare it to the burning set. But yeah, all in all, I'm satisfied with it. I don't really feel like I need the extra action points from the burning set at this point, since in most situations I'm already building it up really fast. Alright, Dragonflight pieces. First of all, let's check the set bonus on this. Alright, so 2000 max hit points and 500 power, but you don't have to be in a team for the set bonus to be active, so if you play with a lot of people, maybe keeping this task set bonus is better. even on a high level, on 4000 plus, maybe. But if you play solo all the time, every time, yeah, might as well go for 3 pieces of Dragonflight set, because you can also upgrade those pieces. I haven't done it yet, but I can get their item level up to 142. So yeah, I went more for the Rage Breastplate here, for the extra crit strike. And for the feet, I'm not quite sure about it. I think, if I remember correctly, I had a choice between this pair of boots and ones that gave hit points, recovery, defense, and power. Yeah, I might as well go for the one with power. I'm not sure. I think yeah, I can remember. I went for these ones for the deflection because it brought my deflect up to a certain gap. Like 5k seemed a lot better than 4k. But it's just a matter of preferences, really. Yeah, artifacts, like I said, just want lifesteal here and recovery. A little bit of defense. Just a little bit. Right, the belt and the amulet. Also, one artifact that I'm missing is the Eye of Lavender to complete the set. The set bonus really isn't that good. It says when you're returned from near death status, you and nearby allies will be healed for 50% of their maximum hit points and receive a buff to their recovery of 500 points for 10 seconds. You're also immune to injuries due to death. That never was a problem for me anyway. But the main reason why I went for this is just because of the power, recovery, and defense. That's it. I mean, I also got a soldering belt. But let's check it out. Soldering set heals the bearer for 2% of maximum hit points whenever the bearer takes 10% of maximum hit points in a single attack. Again, the percentage, it's nothing. Only 2%, are you kidding me? That's... Even if you got 150k life, you know, it's still only gonna be 3k life. That's useless. But I gotta admit, the extra bonuses you get from it is a bit better. Constitution and Dex. But you do get power, deflection, lifesteal. Lifesteal is something that I'm really looking for. But obviously I'm gonna lose recovery and defense at that point. If I had a Tensor's floating disc, I'd definitely try it out, because I don't really mind losing a bit defense at this point, but losing more recovery, nah. But yeah, I'll definitely try this one out at some point. It's Constitution and Dex, it's just better than having Wiz and Charisma. I mean, I can show you what Wiz and Charisma do for this character, but it's not impressive. Here, control bonus, control resist, fucking useless. Companion stat bonus, that's alright I suppose, and combat advantage damage. Well, if you would have Constitution, it gives action point gain, max hit points. This one gives deflection, AoE resist, and some damage, some resistance ignored, armor pen. And otherwise it's gonna be a strength belt, which is not part of any sets, which do some bonuses for my stamina, damage, and deity damage resist. Yeah, it's a hard choice. I'd rather have 2 constitution, 2 strength, and good stats. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm really happy with the extra AC, with the extra power, recovery, defense. It's fine. The rings. I went for a Ring of Precision since a Ring of Rising Defense or Sudden Defense really didn't add anything for my build at this point. So I'd rather have a bit more crit here and there, just so I can do a bit more damage. Ring of Rising Focus, it also works pretty good on this build. On hitting a foe you gain 115 recovery for 4 seconds. You can stack 10 times. So yeah, more recovery. It's awesome. The belt. Yeah, left-handers. Recovery, power, defense. And for these ones, I went for, well, these were the first ones that I've had and I've never really changed them. Like this one is worthless, obviously. Like, hit points, fine. Defense, fine. The other two, deflection, regeneration, don't really need it. This one, armor fan, don't really need it. Just adds a little bit more damage, but it's only 114, so that's not a lot. And there's the hit points, which is useful, and the defense, which is also useful. But as soon as possible, I'm gonna switch these out for the ones that you can find in Bryn Shander. Because those are just fucking sick. Doubling your lifesteal tenacity, that's, for this build, it's gonna work miracles. People are gonna hate me when I have plenty of lifesteal and lifesteal severity. Even in PvP, while this is not a PvP build, I'm gonna be able to own a lot of people. But yeah, that's it I suppose. I already took plenty of time to explain. Too much actually. Oh crap, what did I do? Jesus, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Aberrant Slayer. No. Don't want to be that. Master of Monsters, sure, why not? Use line titles, I can't even select it. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna hop in a random dungeon. Let's go for a Elo real quick, so I can show you the rotation. Why not? Not I'm streaming anyway. Just want to show off. Why the fuck not? And I think I'm just gonna hop in with randoms. That's one. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2 DPS, 1 heal, or 3 DPS. There's our DC. I don't believe it's... I'm not sure. It might be a good one. I haven't played in a while. And there's one more DPS. I don't think we're gonna do a whole lot of damage with this team, but I know it might surprise me. One more DS. Man, the stream, my explanation, it's been a bit chaotic. Pretty sure that everyone who sees the stream can find out pretty quickly that I'm pretty worn out by my fucking ADD. Okay, ready to start this bitch. Alright, let's get it started. Queues. Inviting everyone, there we go. Private. Lollipop. I'm gonna be switching around a couple of skills here and there. Like right now, if I want to draw on enemies, get groups marked. Force thread is just better. Boom, everything's marked. Next group. I like to pull all that shit. Boom, shield up. Look at that AP go. Now we're gonna use the quick daily. Doesn't make me immune to CC effects like freeze, but I do get a lot of lifesteal from it. And we got that person. Oh shit. There we go. This is the other daily. Now I'm immune to CC effects like knockback, like stun, like freeze. Do a bit more damage, but it's longer to cast, so Quirk is the one that heals, is just better to use than the one I just used. Flash recovery, that's the name of the hidden one. It's really quick. I'm not using daily, I'm immune to damage for 3.5 seconds because of the personal that I'm using, so that gives me time to cast debuffs that I need to cast on Orcus. I throw my shield up again, wait until my AP is full. Rinse repeat, just buff the fuck out of the team. Alright, I forgot to put Knight's Valor on, kinda stupid. But yeah. As long as you see blue glow around those people, and around me, that means I'm taking 50% of the damage they are taking. So it's a great buff. I mean, are you kidding me? 50% less damage for the team? That's insane. It's just difficult at some times, you know, when there's like 3 other people going to 10% health at the same time. It's a big fucking hit. You're gonna be lucky to survive that. You'll only be able to survive that if you got your shield up, but if you don't, you're dead. And I forgot to switch skill. Like, this is a single target, so what I do for most of the time here, since I'm in the group, like now I can still do it, you know, but in the update that's gonna come out, I don't know exactly when, probably in January somewhere, 10.5, they're gonna nerf it, and if I'm correctly, they're gonna nerf it to the ground, you know, nerf it until it's broken, until it's useless, until some more people complain at the forums again, like, it's broken, fix it, then they're gonna flush it a little bit, just like Blizzard, you know, if they nerf something, they nerf it to the fucking ground. Alright, at this point it's usually better to switch back to spread again. More multiple enemies. To mark more enemies, get better AoE. Middle door. Switch the power real quick. Uh-oh. This is gonna be fun. Ooh. Ah, this team is alright. I don't know why I had low expectations. Oh wait, I do know. It's because Perfect wasn't really running a proper PC build before. I'm not sure if he is now. Seems like it. And it's destruction. I'm not sure if that's a DPS control whiz or a buff control whiz. I really don't know about those classes. Alright, and at this point, since there's only one tank and there's gonna be 2 scorpions, I can lure one away with the risk of the group not having my buffs, or I can just try to buff, I mean to tank both of the scorpions at the same time, which is what I usually do. But if you want to do that, put out a message in the chat saying like attack the right scorpion, something like that, so they all focus on the same one, so I can just keep aggro on that one and the other one will just aggro on me automatically, since I build more threat than the other people. As long as they don't hit the other one, it's fine. I don't want to be chasing after people, you know? Oops. Flip a coin. go. No. Back just made a mistake. Attacking the other scorpion. He did that, the other scorpion. Oh shit. I made a mistake there. Again. Fuck. Okay, that was stupid. As soon as I was focusing on Lurbeck, I wasn't focusing on stuff anymore, so I didn't know if I had my shield up or not. You're gonna use your healing daily here, by the way, because it's quick to cast. You'll still be able to get knocked back, but hey, after you've used your daily, you're immune to damage anyway. Right now, just to be sure, I'm running a Force Trap. Otherwise, I'd be running Commander Strike again. So I just want to make sure I have a threat of both of the scorpions. What's he doing? Yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna chase after that. Yeah, just to be risk of using that orb daily, but doesn't matter. Not this time anyway. Yeah. Alright, one scope down. Oh shit, there's still one thing about this build that I need to cover, and that's mounts and companions. The insignia bonuses and all that shit. I'll do that after this run. There we go. Switch power. Freedom! Okay, let's own this noob dragon.
So, we are agreed then, my Lord Lostmouth?
Cinematic in the whole fucking game.
Yes, the payment is adequate.
Then I will take my leave. We shall meet again in Neverwinter, after you have laid it to waste.
Indeed. But first, I believe I shall have a meal.
keep watching out for red zones. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. It gets a bit chaotic. Just gotta make sure he's marked when he is. Just use the specials. Standing here with the shield off, marks for the action points. And you can just block those things dropping from the ceiling as well. Pretty awesome. What the hell? Come on. There we go. Wasn't doing it like daily. Here. Whoa, what? He's pissed off. God, freaking stab. Damn it. That he is stone fell there. There we go. What's this? Great girdle of strength. Not better than nothing. Yeah, by far most damage taken, even though I have a shit ton of damage reduction. And I'm immune to damage for 3.5 seconds after using it daily. That's a tank's job, really. Taking a shit ton of damage. Alright. Just gonna do a brief explanation of mounts and their insignia bonuses. And also the companion that I use. I just found out about another companion. I think you can get it through the winter festival that's going on right now, but I haven't spent any time on that, so it's probably too late for me to get it, but it's called Leland. And it's supposed to be a pretty good healer. But the healer that I'm using as a companion is Acolyte. Well, I call it Acolyte of Kool-Aid, but it's called Acolyte of Carnivore. And you can get it on the Zen Market. Right here. You get a blue one. does all with 3% incoming healing. And the skills in it are great. Really fucking great. Like right now, my lifesteal 1.5k. It's nothing. Whenever I get hit, whenever my companion starts doing its work, and also giving me the gift, the companion's gift, I'm not sure what the hell it's called. Yeah, there we go, companion's gift. Boom, 8.8k lifesteal. At 4.8, 8.8k again. So it does a lot for this character. It's not only lifesteal, the defense was going through the fucking roof as well. 36k, what? That's the job of my companion. Right, so here's what it does. Shields target ally, so that's me. Reducing damage taken by 10%. So it's another 10% less damage, pretty sweet. Get this at level 20, gets boosted abilities, etc. Yeah, this is 35, also better stats. Get him for a sword. 7-second cooldown, flashes target ally, granting lifesteal based on your companion's level and total lifesteal. So the higher lifesteal you have in your companion, the better. I'm actually hoping to get a second +5 ring with 2 defensive slots, so I can put even more in it. But yeah, for now, I'm saving up for another silvery rank 10 enchantment to put in there, so I get even more recovery, which is also good for this build. But with this skill, which you unlock at 30, it says Blessings of Galantvor, so that's this one for shielding target, reducing damage. Lasts twice as long, and Galantvor's sword, this one, grants lifesteal. Also heals you for 5% of your maximum hit points. So that's pretty damn sick. So yeah, over here on your icon, you just want lifesteal, recovery as if possible, maybe some armor pen or crit to boost yourself a little bit to be able to get through dailies a bit quicker. Yeah, lifesteal on this one, recovery on this one, and bonding rinstones, they make a shit ton of difference. It's ridiculous. But yeah, as a legendary bonus you get 15% of Summit Patch ratings. So it's pretty cool as well. 5% incoming healing. The other ones really aren't that good. Well, this one might be good just to level up for your extra lifesteal and recovery. This one I'm not sure. I mean lifesteal, I'd like that. I'd like to see recovery on it. This one is pretty good. I'm gonna keep this one as well, just because of the extra mana kicker. And crit strike, why not? Armor pen and recovery, also, why not? I'm gonna have to look into the companions, really, to get those bonuses, to get the exact bonuses that I want. But yeah, at least I have one maxed out companion, and it's a great one. Let's see, what's my recovery right now? Weekend sweep. Yeah, boons. Also almost got boons. And I think that's the last. No, still have mounts as well. Fuck. Just got a brain today. Leave me the fuck alone. Alright. Mounts. Right now I got armor penetration just to get through stuff quicker. I mean, I do have defense mounts. In the beginning, it really helps having a defense mount if you know high item level, but I really don't need an extra defense. Fucking 36k defense buff, are you kidding me? I don't get it. It must be because of this one. Ring of Sudden Defense. It must be. All of a sudden 4k extra defense on your companion. I don't know. It only started when I put these rings on here though, so it must have got something to do with my companion. Anyway, mounts, stable. These are the ones I have. Some people called me stupid for having 3 defense mounts. Maybe I am, but the crab is what it started out with. This one I got with Tourmaline trade bars. And I got it because I really wanted that insignia bonus. And I got this one because it's just a really good mount with multiple really good insignia bonuses to choose. But I got the beetle last. And this one I got because I had the bright idea of buying this mount and hoping to sell it on the auction house with profit, but since I bought it was bound to account, so that was stupid. And this one, there was a period when they were really cheap, like the purple ones, on the auction house in comparison with the other purple mounts. That's when I bought it. But yeah. Shepherd's Devotion. Whenever you use daily power, receive a buff. And that's appearance. Like, let's get some hits again. You fuckers attack me. Right, let's take a look. When you use daily power, your teammates' defense, deflection and movement are increased by 5% of your power for 10 seconds. So right now that's 800-ish. 848, 866, alright. Well, extra defense, deflect and movement for the rest of your team. So that's pretty nice, because this guy uses daily powers a lot. Polar bear. Whenever your stamina is above 75%, you move 15% faster. It's also pretty damn nice. When your stamina is below 25%, gain 15% of your power as stamina gain. This one, yeah, I mostly chose this one because it was cheap at the time and because of the mount bonus. Because the mount bonus you get for this one is Runic Aura, and it gives 500 power in defense and 250 power and defense to party members within 50 feet. So that's the main reason why I chose it. And I don't have a lot of crit strikes, so it doesn't really work that well. It says whenever you perform a critical strike, your target will gain a stack of Magistrate's Consideration, and enemies affected by it take physical damage equal to... Wait, I gotta read that properly because it doesn't fit in the bar there. Magistrate's Patience. Yeah, enemies affected take damage over 4 seconds, but more importantly, allies affected by Magistrate's Consideration are healed for 3% of maximum hit points over 4 seconds. Seems like a nice touch, especially in comparison with some gems I'm using. So you venture enchantment, for example, have a chance, 10% chance on each win to improve your allied damage resistance while healing them for 10 seconds. So I usually have a lot of points healed at the end of dungeons, mostly because of that. Power. Where were we? Months. There's one that I'm planning to replace this one with, because I'll never have a lot of fucking crit in this character. Where is it? Yeah, this one is great patience. I'm gonna get rid of it and try to replace with Assassin's Covenant, because that's sick. It says you lose 10% of your defense, affection, and life steal, and gain a combination of lost stats of power. So if you want to do more damage, this Assassin's Covenant's probably be pretty crazy. Right, Wolf. Wondrous Fortune. Extra chance of getting Refinement Stone after killing the foe. That's perfect. I'm also using Dragon Horde enchantments, so in total I have 16% chance on you after killing the foe to find the Refinement Stone. This one's pretty damn good as well. Whenever your summoned companion attacks, you gain 3% of your power and defense for 10 seconds. This effect can stack up to 4 times. So now I'm playing solo. I'm gonna switch some skills. Oh crap, didn't actually select it. Okay, so let's see the damage difference like with and without buffs. Okay, now let's get fully buffed. I'll just pick a fresh one. Boom, boom. That's quite a big freaking difference. And my companion was down too, so she went kinda slowish. But yeah, I do have kind of a high range jumps and whatnot, but this build was already really effective at 2500. That's when it really started to come to life. Artifact powers. I got steel defense, because now it also increases my damage resistance for 10 seconds for 5 seconds after the initial effect ends. I was thinking of maybe running sometime soon to get this one unlocked, but seriously I don't think I'm gonna be running that skill again much. I went for action point gain on the shield, and I got pretty lucky with it. 391. I haven't rolled that many times, so yeah, that's it, I suppose. Oh yeah, the enchantment that I have in here is Transcendent Negation. Which is really working out very well, especially because it's rank 12, you get an increase to recovery as well. And to incoming healing. Yeah, I got a couple of rank 12s. All of them are rank 12. I wish. Got a bunch of Dragon Horde. Well, greater Dragon Horde enchantments. It takes time, it takes a lot of freaking time. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Ridiculous, 36 points. I had to make a screenshot of that. Come on, pop back up. Do it. Come on, there we go. 107.6%, what the fuck? Ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. It's gotta be the +5 some defense here. It's gotta be. Yeah, I really have no idea what else I could explain, so I'm just gonna end the stream here. To everyone watching this, sorry I took quite a bit of time explaining it. Tried my best. And if there's anything you still like to know, just ask away. I'll answer every time. Right, take care. See you later.